We're going to talk about a business that was started in Tanzania. I'm talking about Techno Brain, and Manoj Shankar is here with me. Karibu sana.
Sante.
Manoj, you're a local software solutions provider in this market where people frown upon the idea of buying software from a local provider. How did you take up that space?
Yeah, I agree. I think the moment people say about an African IT company, there is a perception that they may not be world-class.
Right.
And I think
they may be easy to hack and whatnot.
Easy to hack, and the quality.
Yes.
Are they producing a quality which a business can adapt?
Right.
So when we started this company, we decided that we are going to build a company which is going to go global from Africa.
Right.
Yeah. So that means adapting quality standards which are world-class. So throughout our journey, we have given a significant amount of focus on the quality.
Right.
And that has really helped us.
A while ago, I talked to your colleague Joel about talent management at your organization. If you're talking about quality, how do you identify the right people to come up with this product?
Yeah, there is no short answer to this question in the sense
Give me the short
that you see the biggest challenge in IT space in Africa is the capacity.
Right.
Okay, and what I meant by no short answer is that you have to actually invest in people and build their skills, and that takes time. And that's what we have been doing today. For example, we are now operating in 19 countries, and we are 1,400 employees. And out of 1,400, I can say we are 1,200 plus are Africans, handling very complex work, developing business applications.
Right.
They are just not ordinary business application. We're talking about business application for public sector, for the non-profit, and the private sector.
Manoj, you have quite a significant geographical presence across Africa. I understand you're in Tanzania, you're in Kenya, you're in South Africa. How different is it in terms of the legislative environment, setting up business, this kind of business in those markets?
It's different for different countries.
Right.
For example, East Africa is very different from South Africa and the Southern African countries. And so we have offices in India and the US. They are very radically different. But I think we have a global ambition. So as a corporate organizations, we have built our policies and our setup in such a way that we can go to any country and set up our operations.
Right. Manoj, we are living at a time where statistics have increasingly showed cyber security, cyber threat is an everyday danger to your kind of business and to the people who buy your products. What's your strategy going forward to ensure that this is curbed?
Yes.
Or at least it's safer if not curbed.
Absolutely. IT security is the heart of whatever business application we develop. So, of course, in a technical term, there are several layers of security which you build in the software applications. And unless you really address this particular issue, you really can't go and sell your application to the business houses. So we do have all these standards which has been followed worldwide in terms of building these security parameters in the applications.
Describe your ordinary client. Who gets your product? Is it the ordinary people, myself and the others, or you're looking at blue chip companies?
Well, our focus target clients are public sector, okay, and then the non-profit sector. We are really not dealing with the retail yet. We haven't gone into that space yet.
So in future, we need to wait a little longer.
Maybe, yes. I can't say right now.
In the African space, you've just talked about building trust, for example, in the Kenyan market. What other significant challenges would people like you or a lot of young people, techies watching from Ngong Road, you know, the Kenyan Silicon Savannah, trying to set up a company like yours, what challenges must they anticipate and they must go over to cause a splash in this market?
These are basic things. One is the perseverance. If you want to start a software company, it's important that you are going to go through a lot of ups and downs. There are no shortcut, and one should focus on developing quality product. So even if they are writing a small program for a small business, they should look at what is the business requirement and make sure that they write something what the business needs. Okay, and they're building those quality. So that could be a good way to start, something small, and keep building on it. Let's not look at the commercial aspect too much right now when you are doing your foundations.
Let's look at the solutions.
Solutions, exactly. And the customer satisfaction.
In less than a minute, you're a privately held company, so you're not obligated to reveal your figures, but how do they look like?
Well, even though we are a privately held company, but we are very open. And as I mentioned, we are operating in so many countries that does require us to be as public as possible.
Right.
Last year we did a turnover of $65 million,
Right.
Purely in 3 business areas. That is software solution, which
Right.
is the heart of our business, and IT education and training. That's how we started this company. We train more than 15,000 people every year.
Right.
And the third is business process outsourcing. So we have an BPO center in Kenya and in Uganda and Malawi.
So a pretty clean bill of health, eh?
It is.
All right, Manoj Shankar, who's the CEO of Techno Brain. Asante sana, thanks for coming to the news desk.
Karibu sana.